All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is the 28th of August, getting to the end of this month pretty soon here. Is hashed out daily crypto news with Cryptopolitan. I'm your host, Philip Kripe. Nice to have you guys with us as more and more of you jump in. All right. Let's start looking at the news. Let's see what we have. Vold Crypto Exchange gets court nod for board overhaul amid crisis. Singapore-based Vold Crypto Exchange gains court approval to revamp its board amid bankruptcy proceedings. Vold has restarted its Know Your Customer checks, KYC, requiring existing clients to resubmit verification documents. In July 2022, Vold halted customer withdrawals due to adverse market conditions, leading to a $200 million bank run. That does not sound like a fun situation to be in. Tech Titans scramble EU digital rules prompt online overhauls. Right now we're going through news from Friday after we finished our show. The digital landscape is in the midst of a seismic shift as the clock ticks down to the enforcement of the EU's groundbreaking Digital Services Act, DSA. The world's most formidable online powerhouses have been burning the midnight oil. The imminent EU regulations have spurred them into a frenzy of adjustments, throwing their earlier business models into question and heralding a new era for online content management. Gone will be the days of unrestricted, personalized advertising based on gender, religion, or sexual orientation. The DSA is pushing tech giants to reconsider their ad targeting methods. Platforms like Instagram, Google, and TikTok now shoulder unique responsibilities under these new regulations, effectively redefining the way the internet functions for millions. With the initial assessment deadline of August the 25th looming large, these online behemoths are gearing up to showcase their compliance plans, demonstrating how they intend to align with these revamped rules. But it's not just about ads. The spread of misinformation and online propaganda is also in the crosshairs of the EU. New mechanisms under the DSA will compel platforms to disclose their strategies for fighting false information. In response, X Corp, Elon Musk's brainchild and the success of Twitter, has rolled out a stringent hate speech policy, putting the kibosh on any content that might incite hatred or use symbols of hate. Tech platforms, which once prided themselves on delivering personalized user experiences, are now reorienting. Meta, previously known as Facebook, Snap, and TikTok, have all pivoted, allowing their vast user bases to dial down the personalization of content. For youngsters below 18, targeted ads are now a thing of the past, as these platforms strive to offer more transparency about their ad targeting logic. So they're setting up to be compliant with those laws. That's pretty cool. China bolsters yuan defense with this new trick. What are they doing now? China's central bank is curtailing outward bond investments to support the yuan. The focus is on limiting southbound purchases under the Bond Connect scheme to reduce yuan offshore supply. Interesting. That's one way to do it. BRICS, India thinks de-dollarization is not possible. The idea of sidelining the US dollar in global trade remains distant despite appeals for de-dollarization. India's oil minister believes the dollar will continue to dominate international oil markets. Indian refiners have experimented with alternate currencies like the yuan due to sanctions on Russia. BRICS nations are exploring the idea of a common currency to strengthen their economic bloc. And so far, the common currency has been a complete no-go because China wants it to be the yuan, Russia wants it to be the ruble, and India would want it to be the rupee, etc., etc. So it's not possible for them to work together on this. Hi, Binance user Sony8AFO and Binance user D8336. Nice to have you guys with us. All right. U.S. crypto tax plan will have decentralized exchanges trapped. I have seen something about this over the weekend, even though I try to read these. I go through the news with you guys at the same time, so you get my honest reactions. The crypto world finds itself on the edge as the U.S. Treasury Department unravels its definition of a broker in the sphere. This newly released framework stands as a potential barricade for decentralized finance platforms. While the move attempts to bring clarity to the murky waters of crypto tax regulations, it also hints at the inherent challenges decentralized exchanges might face. So, centralized crypto exchanges, some hosted wallet providers, and even a few decentralized platforms now find themselves tethered to tax reporting mandates. Evidently, the Treasury's approach attempts to standardize reporting across the crypto space. It is evident with the introduction of the new 1099 DA tax form, designed specifically to cater to the unique nature of crypto transactions. However, not all entities in the crypto ecosystem are roped in. Miners, for instance, have a breather. Contrarily, the ambiguity surrounding the treatment of some decentralized exchanges could stir a hornet's nest. Their decentralized nature raises legitimate concerns about how they would navigate these reporting requirements, especially when there's a glaring lack of centralized management to oversee such tasks. Now, this is an out-of-the-blue move. The 2021 Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act had already cast shadows of doubt, pushing the IRS to establish clear reporting standards for digital assets. But the law's sudden emergence from Congress caught the industry slightly off balance, leaving them grappling with potential compliance issues. Flash forward to the present, and the Treasury's recent proposition tries to clear the haze. Outlining the broker term, they've presented a myriad of scenarios on how the rule could bind different crypto entities. But the true impact remains to be seen until it's ratified and enacted for the 2025 tax year. While the Treasury vaunts this move as a bid to bridge the tax gap and counter tax evasion threats digital assets may pose, skepticism is hard to shake off. Given crypto's volatile past, particularly its roller coaster ride pre-2022, can we genuinely pin hopes on the law's initial estimate of raking in close to $28 billion in its first decade? No idea. So we'll see what happens with DEXs. That could be complicated. Jerome Powell hints at higher rates, cautious move ahead. It's no secret the future of America's economic stability rests on the careful balancing act orchestrated by the Federal Reserve. And leading this charge is none other than Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, who's become somewhat of an economic oracle in recent times. Powell's latest announcement hints at an upward trajectory for interest rates, and yet it's marinated with a cautious optimism, making us wonder what's really going on. The good, the bad, and the inflation. Here's the thing. Inflation remains a stubborn stain on the U.S. economic fabric, despite the Fed's aggressive 5.25 percentage point increase since March 2022. The beast of inflation hasn't been fully tamed. Yes, it's receded from an alarming 7% to a still concerning 3.3%, but it remains far from the Fed's golden 2% target. So while Powell can pat himself on the back for some improvement, there's still a long road ahead. I agree with that. High answers are 68 EE5. Nice to have you with us. China's economy woes persists. No easy fixes in sight. We've been seeing this for weeks now. Fed, European Central Bank, hold ground. No shift in inflation goal. They're still both aiming for that 2%. Celsius Network bankruptcy saga. Judge denies separate class for stakeholders. What does that exactly mean? Judge Martin Glenn denied the establishment of a separate stakeholder class for the Celsius Network and avoided addressing the CEL token's classification as a security. The CEL token's valuation remains a contentious issue, with allegations of market manipulation and differing opinions on its true worth amidst the company's bankruptcy. Back in July, Otis Davis, an investor with stakes in the Celsius Network, made a move to approach the United States Bankruptcy Court, situated in the Southern District of New York. Davis's primary objective was to advocate for a unique legal classification for the investors of the Celsius Network. By doing so, he hoped to set them apart from the company's vast pool of employees and its extensive customer base. Davis's plea didn't just stop at the classification. He further accentuated the importance of the court recognizing the CL token as not a security. To strengthen his argument, Davis drew parallels with a recent high-profile case involving the SEC and Ripple. According to Davis's interpretation, the XRP token, which was central to the SEC versus Ripple case, was not labeled as a security. However, Judge Glenn, known for his swift decisions, was quick to respond. Just 11 days post the presentation of Davis's arguments on August the 14th, Judge Glenn dismissed all the motions presented by Davis. Well, that was fast. Binance delists sanctioned Russian banks from its peer-to-peer service. Just now? Binance removed 5 sanctioned Russian banks from its peer-to-peer service to comply with international sanctions and regulatory standards. The move underscores the growing tension between cryptocurrency exchanges and global regulatory frameworks, with Binance aiming to bolster its legal standing. Do we have a list of banks? I don't see a list of banks in the article. That's fine. Yeah, interesting. The SEC charges 3M for alleged violations in China subsidiary. The SEC has levied charges against 3M for alleged violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act related to its subsidiary in China. This development emphasizes the need for multinational corporations to maintain transparent and ethical business practices, even in overseas markets. Or alleged violations. So, are they saying that they accepted bribes or paid bribes? It is speculated that 3M's subsidiary may have engaged in activities that involved bribing foreign officials or misrepresenting financial statements to obscure such transactions. Such actions, if proven true, could have significant implications for the company's reputation and financial standing, which is why you don't do that. Hong Kong Monetary Authority examining potential regulatory framework for stablecoins. Curious to see how this goes, since China has a CBDC. Let's see. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority is examining the development of a regulatory structure for the digital Hong Kong dollar, a stablecoin. Vice President Yuan Guoheng noted that there isn't a specific timeline set for the promotion of deposit tokenization. It'll be optional for all banks to adopt. So they'd go for a stablecoin instead of a central bank digital currency in Hong Kong. That's fascinating because China went the opposite way and banned like all crypto. That is a strong experiment statement. Christine Lagarde issues warning on enduring inflation risks owing to falling global economy. She's the leader of the European Central Bank, so we're probably looking at more interest rates in the EU. Hi, Binance user 536FC. Nice to have you with us. Hi. Tornado Cash co-founder Roman Storm released on bail following Department of Justice arrest. I wonder how much he paid for bail. Probably a lot. Raising concerns about the legality of privacy tools in cryptocurrency, the arrest has sparked a debate within the crypto community, with supporters emphasizing the importance of privacy and critics warning against potential misuse for illegal activities. So yeah, we have a lot of scams use Tornado Cash to hide money so they could hopefully, in their eyes, get away from the government. Didn't always work. We've read situations where the FBI managed to track them down regardless and still get the funds back. A look at the BRICS expansion. Is it a threat to U.S. dominance or sheer optimism? Recent reports indicate a focused BRICS shift from economic to geopolitical agenda. Market analysts point to internal disagreements between India and China, India's relationship with the West, and vision ambiguity as a problem for the bloc. Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Argentina, the United Arab Emirates, and Ethiopia will join the current 5 members in January 2024. There remains the question of how BRICS will achieve de-dollarization, considering the nation's heavy reliance on the U.S. dollar. So it's going to be even more confusing come 2024. Inside Pipicoin scandal, rogue team members accused of $16 million heist. The Pipicoin community faced a crisis when 16 trillion Pipic tokens, valued at approximately $16 million, were unauthorizedly withdrawn from the project's multi-sig wallet on August the 24th, 2023. Former team members were implicated in the theft, allegedly exploiting the multi-sig wallet system to transfer the tokens to various cryptocurrency exchanges before removing themselves from the project. Tokens were subsequently transferred to multiple cryptocurrency exchanges, including OKX, Binance, KuCoin, and Bybit, raising concerns of a potential rug pull among investors and stakeholders. So Pepe made an announcement to the Pepe community yesterday on August 24th, 2023. A series of unexpected transactions took place from the Pepe multi-sig centralized exchange wallet, in which 16 trillion Pepe tokens worth roughly $15 million were transferred to various crypto exchanges. So the incident has exposed the internal strife that has plagued Pepe Coin since its inception. Reports indicate that the project has been hindered by disagreements and conflicts among team members, some of whom were described as having large egos and avarice. Avarice is when you want to, make a lot of money. It's like greed. These individuals had reportedly separated themselves from the project within the first week, slowing down progress by refusing to sign off on decisions and going unresponsive for extended periods. In the wake of the scandal, the remaining Pepe Coin team member took to social media platforms to provide clarification and assure the community of the project's ongoing commitment. The remaining 10 trillion Pepe tokens in the multi-sig wallet are reportedly secure and will be transferred to a new wallet. Plans are also in place to acquire web domains and usernames for Pepe Coin, and there is an intention to burn the remaining tokens once these acquisitions are complete. Despite the setback, the price of Pepe tokens has shown signs of recovery, increasing by nearly 4% in the last 24 hours. The market cap also rose by 3.5% to approximately $352.98 million, according to CoinMarketCap. That's crazy. Usually it goes down when there's theft. That's so weird. Hi, Simon, 725 FB. Nice to have you with us. Hashdex enters the US spot Bitcoin ETF arena with a novel approach. What's the novel approach? Hashdex, a crypto asset management company, has submitted an application to the US Securities and Exchange Commission for a unique spot Bitcoin ETF that bypasses the commonly used Coinbase surveillance sharing agreement. Industry experts believe that Hashdex's novel approach, which involves acquiring spot Bitcoin directly from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, could alleviate the SEC's concerns about market manipulation and liquidity. The SEC has not yet commented on Hashdex's application, but has indicated that feedback on spot Bitcoin ETFs will not be issued until next year, heightening market anticipation. How CKBTC makes cheaper and faster Bitcoin transactions on the ICP platform. Interesting. The Internet Computer Protocol has emerged as a pivotal force within the blockchain landscape, revolutionizing how transactions and applications are conducted online. As the demand for faster and more cost-efficient Bitcoin transactions gains momentum, a groundbreaking solution has emerged to address this need head-on. Enter CKBTC, the native ICP token that holds the promise of transforming how we perceive and execute Bitcoin transactions. With the ICP as the backdrop, the quest for seamless, rapid, and economical Bitcoin transactions is no longer just a desire, it's an attainable reality. In response to the urgent need for enhanced transactional efficiency, the DFINITY Foundation unveiled ChainKey Bitcoin, or CKBTC, a potent tool poised to propel Bitcoin transactions into a new era of speed and economy. In the following sections, this whole article explains exactly how it works. Check it out if you're interested in seeing how that actually works. It's fascinating to dive into the specifics sometimes. We have to go through like an entire weekend of news, so it's not the best time to do that. Hello, Kiko67. Nice to have you with us. It's been an entire day. Weekly crypto price analysis: BTC, ETH, BNB, Doge. Let's jump into this. It's be good to see what the end of the last week looked like. Weekly crypto price analysis shows most of the tokens have been trading in mixed reactions, with bull and bearish patterns emerging in the market. Bitcoin price analysis has been hovering below the $27,000 level for most days in the week, with minor corrections occurring in between. Ethereum has been trading below $1,700 with a slight downward trend. That's what happened last week. So these were kind of what the prices looked like at the end of the week. XRP being number 4, and Sol number 5 looks like. Interesting. We'll look at specific coins in a bit. It's like to be a nice project. Bumperali user B7B5A. Which project are you talking about? The CKBTC? Is that the one you're talking about? That could be a nice project. That's true. DeFi TVL plummets as Ethereum staking grows significantly. The TVL on DeFi has been confined to plummets significantly as Ethereum staking grows. Liquid staking continues to gain traction in the market. DeFi, so TVL sheds $140 billion since 2021 high. That's quite a lot. Dropbox ends unlimited storage plans, cites crypto mining abuse. What? Dropbox discontinues its unlimited storage advanced plan, citing abuse by users for cryptocurrency mining and other resource-intensive activities. The company will transition to a metered model offering 15 terabytes of storage for new users, with the option to purchase additional storage add-ons. It's funny. Do we know which cryptos they were using it for? That's funny. Interesting. That is fascinating to me that they people do things like that. Donald Trump NFT prices surge amid electoral interference allegations. I mean, if people are talking about him, bad publicity is still publicity. NFTs tied to former U.S. President Donald Trump have risen significantly following allegations against him. Intersection between politics and the digital ecosystem. Donald Trump NFT witnessed a 62% jump in price. Do we know which NFT collection? I guess all of them. Interesting. China's Xi Jinping takes center stage in a BRICS summit. So we're going to have a lot of BRICS summit stuff coming out. The recent BRICS summit hosted by South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa witnessed a significant transformation as the emerging markets bloc decided to more than double its membership. While the formal host of the event was Ramaphosa, it was the Chinese President Xi Jinping who truly commanded the spotlight. With an air of special treatment and distinct honor, Xi Jinping's presence resonated throughout the summit, demonstrating China's growing influence on the global stage. Yeah, the whole expansion idea seems to have been China's idea in the first place. Hello, Afrin 1343. Hi, Alice. Nice to have you with us. China's ambitious vision for BRICS expansion. China's plans to reshape the global power dynamic were starkly evident when they spearheaded the expansion of the BRICS bloc. With 6 new nations, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, the newly expanded BRICS now boasts of an unprecedented scale and impact, challenging the long-held dominance of Western coalitions. No longer content to be overshadowed by institutions that give preferential treatment to the Western world, China's strategic move sends a clear message. The G7, with its elite group of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK, and the US, has long held the reins of global economic power. However, the collective influence, which comprises 9.8% of the world's populace and 29.8% of its GDP, minus the EU, now pales in comparison to the enlarged BRICS alliance. With a staggering 47% of global population and 37% of its GDP, the BRICS has positioned itself as a formidable counterweight. The tangible advantages are not just limited to numbers. This new behemoth bloc controls the majority of the world's oil and gas resources and is richly endowed with a plethora of other natural assets. It is not just about economics, it's about creating a seismic shift in the global power dynamic. It's what they're trying to do, yes. Will they achieve it? Time will tell. Hey, 772, 628, 332. Assalamu alaikum. Nice to have you with us. I remember you write nice things every day. I have to translate them every time, but it's always uplifting stuff. Jerome Powell plays bonds traders with this strategy. What did he do? The enigmatic chair of the Federal Reserve once again proves he's a mastermind at keeping bond traders on their toes. With a series of strategic maneuvers, Powell has set the stage for an unpredictable dance with the bond market that's keeping every trader in suspense. What is he doing? The central bank is in a powerful position with Powell at its helm, making the bond market uncertain about its next move. Such a setup benefits the Fed by allowing them to tweak policy based on unfolding economic metrics, ensuring no abrupt disturbances in the vast fixed income arena. During a recent address in Wyoming, Powell subtly hinted at the Federal Reserve's readiness to tighten its reins to curb inflation. This move has thrust key reports like the upcoming monthly jobs data into the spotlight, further heightening the suspense between bond optimists and pessimists. With Treasuries experiencing losses for 4 consecutive months, pinpointing the victor in this ongoing tussle remains a challenge. Mohamed El Arian, a key figure at Allianz SC, highlighted Powell's tactical prowess, suggesting he's kept all policy options open. The strategy has sparked debate among the biggest money managers globally. Firms like JP Morgan Asset Management are tempted to increase their bullish bets, expecting a potential recession triggered by the Fed's continuous tightening moves. On the other hand, some hedge funds are betting the opposite way, considering persistent inflation and a surge in U.S. Treasury issuance. So they're all confused, it sounds like. Hi, Binance user A8594. Nice to have you with us. Hey, Ali Tusu 2177. Nice to have you with us. I'm doing all right. How are you? Hi, T79. Not sure how to read the underscores. Nice to have you with us as well. Stubbed my toe on a couch last night and tore off my toenail. It's super painful. But other than that, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. All right. WorldCoin is going to mess up the crypto industry. Wait a second. Coin DCX points finger, tax policy bear market behind layoffs. Let's go through this one first. CoinDCX has laid off 12% of its workforce due to financial strains. India's strict crypto tax regulations introduced in 2022 significantly impacted trading volumes and revenues for crypto exchanges. The Indian crypto tax mandates a 1% tax at source and a 30% tax on crypto profits. And they're saying this is why they had to lay off 12% of their employees. WorldCoin is going to mess up the crypto industry. Bold, brave, revolutionary. These are some of the adjectives that Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, probably hoped would be attributed to his new endeavor, WorldCoin. But as the details unravel, it seems that WorldCoin might just be on the verge of upending the crypto universe, and not in the good way. This venture's aspirations for crypto adoption, masked by the lofty goal of a more human economic system in response to AI progression, loses its sheen when you delve deeper into its methodology. It veers away from the true crypto spirits, has the challenge of mainstreaming crypto. It's toward a universally adopted crypto and universal minimum income and all these different things, and having all of your privacy controlled by a blockchain run centrally by a powerful individual and their team. Interesting. Hi, Binance user 30F5, like 35F1. You say you're an ethical hacker if I need anything. Thanks. That's cool. There are, like, if you want to be an ethical hacker, maybe you can go after the Lazarus Group in North Korea so that you can get some money back for the people they stole it from. There's an idea for ethical hackers. Yeah, just thinking out loud. It's the first thing that came to mind. Let's see. PayPal stablecoin sees little adoption so far. PayPal stablecoin PYUSD is struggling to gain significant adoption despite the company's industry stature. The overall stablecoin market has shrunk from $167 billion to $124 billion in 2023. Critics have pinpointed PYUSD's centralized nature as a possible deterrent to its growth. Currently, 90% of PYUSD's supply is held by its issuer, Paxos, and there are only 233 total holders. That's not a lot. Federal judge agrees to hear Sam Bankman-Fried's defense against late release of 4 million pages of evidence. It's a lot of evidence. A federal judge has agreed to hear the defense arguments of Sam Bankman-Fried, former CEO of FTX, against the late release of 4 million pages of evidence by the U.S. Department of Justice. The defense team has raised concerns about the timing of this evidence release, arguing it could hinder their client's ability to prepare adequately for his trial scheduled for October 3rd, 2023. That's coming up. That's in 2 months. OnlyFans see record profits as owner rakes in $485 million amid Ethereum investment. So OnlyFans retains £1 for every £4 earned by creators, leading to significant earnings for many, with one creator revealing a £4 million income. OnlyFans star Eliza Rose Watson faced criticism for billboard ads deemed inappropriate by some, but the UK advertising regulator found the imagery non-objectifying. That's interesting. Yeah. OnlyFans is predominantly focused on pornographic material, to put it lightly. OnlyFans' foray into cryptocurrency, in a move that signals the company's forward-thinking approach and its intent to diversify its investment portfolio. OnlyFans disclosed that it has channeled some of its capital into Ethereum, a leading cryptocurrency. This strategic decision not only showcases the firm's adaptability to a rapidly evolving digital landscape, but also its commitment to leveraging emerging technologies and financial instruments to ensure sustained growth and profitability. Thanks, Binance user 35F1. Thanks for that. Don't forget to subscribe and like. The subscription helps you get notified of whenever we go live. Also, you can check out the video I did this weekend about the Republican primary, where I go through and just look at it and see if there's anything to do with crypto, even indirectly. See what kinds of effects their different policies they discuss could have on crypto. So it was interesting. Some things we don't necessarily think have something to do with crypto, and then they kind of do, in the sense that more people with money means more potential crypto users. Tether's CTO addresses speculations surrounding Bitcoin mining operations. All right, what were the speculations? Paulo Arduino shares an image of Tether's Bitcoin mining site, confirming its location in South America, but withholding specific details for security reasons. Tether is developing a mining software named Moria to provide comprehensive data analytics on energy production at Bitcoin mining sites. Moria. I know that name. That's from The Lord of the Rings. The caves of Moria are where the first book or the first film end up, with the goblins and everything. Sergu FKC, nice to have you with us. Skip Protocol unveils innovative. Wait a second. Is the US losing its crypto edge? DYDX founder says yes. I mean, it's hard to say no. Antonio Giuliano, founder of DYDX, suggests crypto builders should stop serving US customers for 5 to 10 years due to regulatory challenges. Industry leaders are divided on the issue, with some, like Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, optimistic about quicker regulatory clarity. He says it's a hot take in his tweet. It's not really worth the hassle / compromises. Most of the market is overseas anyways. Innovate there, find PMF, then come back with more leverage. That's what he's saying. Okay. That's a strategy. Skip Protocol unveils innovative block building technique for Cosmos. Let's check this out. Skip Protocol's new software, the Block SDK, allows Cosmos block builders to segment blocks into distinct lanes, quote unquote, with unique functions addressing vulnerabilities like transaction front running. The SDK enhances the mempool layer, enabling transactions to be placed in specific lanes, and promotes the potential of app chains by allowing them to tailor block space to their needs. If you didn't understand any of that, check out the article. That's all I'm going to say about that, because we have a lot to go through. FTX suspends user accounts temporarily after cybersecurity breach. I believe we did talk about this. There was something going on there. It discovered a breach involving Kroll. The firm promises to address concerns and uncover phishing threats. Crypto community slams the upcoming crypto tax law. The crypto community has shown concern about the newly proposed crypto tax rule. Prominent industry figures fear the impact on innovation and growth. This is the U.S. The recent announcement of a new crypto tax reporting rules by U.S. President Joe Biden has triggered strong criticism from several well-known voices in the crypto community. The Internal Revenue Service proposed on August 25th that brokers adhere to stricter guidelines for the sale and trade of digital assets. This move, aimed at curbing tax evasion, would involve the introduction of a new form to simplify tax filings and deter fraudulent activities. Critics warned of the impact on the industry in the U.S. Prominent industry figures fear the impact on innovation and growth. Makes sense. BRICS bloc confirms the status of its new members. Russian diplomat has confirmed that the newly invited members of the BRICS have accepted the invitation. BRICS members to decide on balance at the next summit. Where is the next summit? Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov, a prominent figure in the summit, revealed that all 6 newly invited countries had expressed their eagerness to become part of the BRICS family. The new entrants demonstrated appreciation for the invitation, reflecting a positive start to the expansion process. The decision to include these 6 countries was reached during the summit held on August 22nd through the 24th. The expansion is set to take effect on January 1st, 2024. So Ryabkov emphasized that discussions regarding the role and involvement of the new members would commence before the official start date. BRICS members to decide on balance at the next summit. Okay. So there's a lot for them to work on before them. Why Paradigm's Rivet wallet could be a game changer for Ethereum developers. Let's check this out. Curious. Paradigm announces the alpha release of Rivet, a free open source developer wallet designed for Ethereum virtual machine-based chains. Rivet aims to solve core issues in Ethereum development, such as syncing with local Ethereum nodes and debugging, by offering advanced features not found in consumer wallets. The wallet integrates with Foundry's Anvil for deep testing and debugging in decentralized applications, or dApps, setting it apart as a potentially indispensable tool for Ethereum developers. Testing is always important, making sure you don't have holes in your code that somebody can exploit. China halves stamp duty on securities transactions to increase investor confidence. From Monday, China will witness a 50% reduction in stamp duty on stock transactions, marking the first such decrease since the 2008 global financial crisis. Earlier this month, the CSRC committed to enhancing the vibrancy, efficiency, and attractiveness of the market while maintaining the steady and sound development of the capital market. Canadian economy expansion expected to slow down in the second quarter. The second quarter GDP report of Canada is poised to unveil a substantial deceleration in economic expansion. A deceleration in economic growth may temporarily lead the Bank of Canada to halt interest rate hikes. Should we have high hopes for U.S. jobs data? The upcoming U.S. jobs data is crucial for investors monitoring the economy's health. Economists predict about 170,000 non-farm payrolls added in August. This growth, albeit slow, is enough to accommodate most new job market entrants. What the U.S. Commerce Chief is talking about with China, that's right, she's in China this last weekend. So the latest buzz in international politics centers around the U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo's recent trip to Beijing. Intending to bridge the widening gaps between the two economic behemoths, Raimondo's mission could be summarized as defend the non-negotiable, foster growth where possible. As she ventured into China's heartland, she carried with her an agenda grounded in practicality and devoid of naivety. So, diplomatic tightrope. Keep communications open to reduce friction and avoid misunderstandings is the main goal. So, juggling business and security concerns. The U.S. is actively incentivizing its businesses to reduce dependency on Chinese supply chains, especially in the semiconductor sector. Raimondo affirmed that this strategy doesn't mean the U.S. wishes to completely disengage with China's economy. On the flip side, China's ambassador to the U.S., Xie Feng, who had a rendezvous with Raimondo, expressed China's vision for mutual respect and a desire for a harmonious coexistence with the U.S. I don't know why I don't trust that. Hi, 2000 Ma. Nice to have you with us. But with the White House recently hinting at possible restrictions on U.S. investments in sensitive Chinese technologies, it's clear that both nations tread on thin ice. That's interesting. Let's see how that goes. Asia's crypto industry has been really busy this week. Aha, what happened last week in the Asian crypto industry? It's been a whirlwind of a week for the Asian crypto industry. Every time you think the cryptoverse has exhausted its supply of adrenaline pumping news, Asia steps up to the plate and says, hold my beer. From a Chinese official getting slapped with a life sentence to new explorations in Hong Kong's digital currency realm, let's break it all down. So mainland China is taking no prisoners in the crypto world. They're arresting a lot of people. Hong Kong and South Korea, new beginnings are just more red tape. Hong Kong, on the other hand, seems caught in a fascinating dance between innovation and regulation. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority is sketching plans for digital Hong Kong dollars. While the intention is clear, don't expect your bank to roll out tokenized deposits anytime soon. The word on the street is they're still in the research phase. That's not all. The Hash Key Group's chairman highlighted a regulatory lag in the region, especially around security token offerings. Elsewhere in Asia, a mixed bag of drama and potential. North Korea is making the headlines, and no, it's not about new missile tests. The FBI's got its eyes on the cryptic traitor group, believed to have a connection with multiple cryptocurrency thefts. The estimated booty is a whopping $197 million, and this saga doesn't end there. Attacks on significant platforms like AlphaPo, CoinsPaid, and Atomic Wallet could all trace back to this shadowy group. A real cloak and dagger stuff. Thailand's brewing some hot tea with Facebook. Alleged crypto scams on the platform have ruffled some feathers. The ultimatum, clean up or face a shutdown. With the blame game ongoing, this tussle seems far from over. Singapore's got its share of highs and lows, from a bankrupt crypto lending firm, Vald, getting a green light for its debt restructuring, to DBS Bank taking a leap into the metaverse. The region's bustling with activities, setting the stage for a riveting end to 2023. What's the bottom line? Asia's crypto industry isn't just busy, it's on fire, with countries tightening their grip while also exploring new horizons. It's a race to see who adapts, evolves, and thrives in this chaotic yet enthralling landscape. What South Africa thinks about BRICS expansion. The South Africa and China align on BRICS expansion despite differing global perspectives. The 2023 BRICS summit in Johannesburg highlights the bloc's growing global influence. Expansion isn't just about adding members, but reshaping the alliance's purpose. China uses the summit to expand its influence in Africa, showing intricate geopolitics. Yeah, we have Egypt and Ethiopia joining. BRICS summit, key insights you need to know. Let's take a look. What do we need to know? BRICS added 6 new countries, reshaping global economic dynamics. The expansion may influence a shift from US dollar transactions and oil sales. Xi Jinping missed a key speech while Putin attended virtually. All right. Ronaldinho is about to go to jail because of crypto. Oh, gosh. Ronaldinho is under scrutiny for an alleged crypto fraud linked to his venture 18K Ronaldinho. He failed to attend 2 congressional hearings, with the reason for one being adverse weather conditions. If he misses the next hearing on August the 31st, law enforcement may forcibly bring him before the committee. Wow. Um, yeah, he played for teams like Paris Saint-Germain, FC Barcelona, and AC Milan. Now he finds himself at the center of a storm swirling with allegations, missed appearances, and crypto-related conspiracies. Wow. An alleged pyramid scheme is what they're talking about. And it's the Brazilian Congress that he hasn't showed up at. India's digital finance leap, aiming for the stars. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated India's remarkable strides in space with its moon landing, another massive leap was taking place close to home. The finance sector. India is not just evolving, it's rocketing ahead with audacious reforms that might just reshape the global financial landscape. From cash reliant chaos to digital dynamo. Decades ago, India's financial system was laughably archaic. It was a playground for fraudsters, tax evaders, and bribe takers, thanks to a cash reliant model. But Modi wasn't having any of it. The audacious 2016 move to yank high value notes from circulation was a firecracker decision. Sure, it was disruptive and chaotic, but sometimes you need to shake the tree to get rid of the bad apples. Coupled with the advent of Aadhaar, a universal digital identity system, and the unified payments interface, it was clear Modi was pulling India out of financial stagnation. The fruits, they're sweet. PwC wasn't shy in declaring the transformation. Taxpayers up by 10% and direct tax collection soaring by a staggering 19%. And then there's UPI, a low-cost network that's been setting the digital world alight. A whopping 90 billion transactions in 1 year. That's India for you, leaving even the likes of the US and China munching on its digital dust. Yet, as with any game-changing initiative, there's controversy. Aadhaar has its critics, especially when it comes to the possible marginalization of certain groups. But here's the deal. With over a billion Indians, or 99% of adults enrolled, and 350 million using UPI for payments, it's tough to argue against its impact. This isn't just about the present, it's about the future. As smartphones become more accessible and 5G networks blanket the country, these numbers are bound to skyrocket. Plus, with credit and investment services ready to jump on the UPI bandwagon, India's financial revolution is just getting started. India isn't just stopping at home either. The digital finance revamp is setting its sights abroad. Direct transfers to Singapore via the UPI, already a reality. And a partnership with the United Arab Emirates is on the horizon. Imagine the potential. Fast, cheaper remittances for the millions of Indians abroad, not to mention a boost to the tourism economy. Still, let's not forget the pockets of India untouched by this digital wave. Rural areas where the digital revolution is just a distant whisper are also in focus. The recent voice-based transaction initiative is a testament to India's commitment to financial inclusivity. Even in regions with patchy or non-existent internet, direct phone-to-phone transfers are paving the way for progress. And while we're on the topic of innovation, let's chat about the central bank digital currency, or CBDC. With geopolitical shifts and the increasing global tension around traditional currencies, India is boldly exploring the digital currency frontier. The pilot program for the digital rupee has already expanded, integrating seamlessly with the UPI system. This isn't just about convenience, it's about revolutionizing both retail and wholesale payments on an international scale. Sure, the US dollar is still the big kid on the financial block, but with countries like India driving digital initiatives and collaborating with nations where the dollar's dominance, we might just be witnessing the dawn of a new global financial order. To sum it up, as India looks to the stars with its space endeavors, its feet are firmly on the ground, driving a digital finance revolution that's both ambitious and transformative. One thing's for sure, the world is watching. That's an interesting article. Hi, Binance user 6BB82 and Tusrif Nobin. Nice to have you guys with us. Welcome back, Binance user 7C88F. Nice to have you with us again. I guess. Yeah. All right. Prime Minister Modi advocates for global regulatory framework on cryptocurrencies. We've talked about this multiple times. India is really pushing for that. So Modi advocates for a unified global approach to cryptocurrency regulations, likening the need to global standards in the aviation sector. During India's G20 presidency, the conversation around cryptocurrencies expanded beyond financial stability emphasizing their wider macroeconomic impact. Call for global unity in tech regulation, steering the future of cryptocurrencies and emerging technologies is part of the discussion, but that's I haven't seen much clear guidelines on this yet. Friend.tech is no more. Activity tanks by 94%. That was fast, seems. The daily trading volume on Friend.tech has decreased by 94% from its all-time high, while the number of daily traders has fallen by 83%. Friend.tech network fees dropped from $1.7 million on August the 21st to $95,000 on August 27th. The collapse of Friend.tech has left a bitter taste performance on Coinbase's base network. It's been a lot of things that haven't worked on the base network right now. Hopefully we'll get to talk about the ones that are working. Right now it's just the fast kind of up and downs. Binance bold move, lie detector test on football legend Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo undergoes a lie detector test by Binance, creating a buzz and leading to speculations about its intent. The test follows Ronaldo's recent launch of his NFT collection on Binance and raises questions about the future of celebrity endorsements in the tech era. In an unprecedented move, Binance, the world-renowned cryptocurrency exchange, recently subjected its football ambassador and NFT creator Cristiano Ronaldo to a lie detector test. The event has since sent ripples across the crypto and sports communities, sparking a myriad of reactions and speculations. That's so strange. Okay, that's good content, though. That's kind of fun. Shibarium goes live. Shiba Inu's Layer 2 solution ready for action. Satoshi Kusama announced the official launch of Shibarium, a Layer 2 scaling solution for the Shiba Inu blockchain. Even before its official announcement, Shibarium had over 65,000 wallets and processed 350,000 transactions. Shibarium is a specific token withdrawal process with varying clearance times, ensuring security. Cool, so that's finally working, it seems. New phishing attacks target FTX users following Kroll data breach. A significant data breach at Kroll has led to new phishing attacks on FTX users, with the breach method revealed to be a SIM swap on an employee's account. Users are urged to enhance their digital security, stay informed, and remain vigilant against potential cyber threats. In a recent development that has sent shockwaves through the cryptocurrency community, Changpeng CZ Zhao, and CEO of Binance, one of the world's leading crypto exchanges, has issued a stark warning to users of the now defunct FTX platform. The alert pertains to a new wave of phishing attacks that have been unleashed in the wake of a significant data leak from Kroll, FTX's bankruptcy case claims agent. Yep, that's not good. Oman forges ahead with crypto adoption amid the Sharia law debate. I hadn't thought about that. Oman is on the development goal to be the leading crypto hub in MENA, so that's the Middle East and Northern Africa, and Islamic crypto adopting nations, which is pretty much the same thing if you add Indonesia. The Omani government unveiled its investment of approximately $800 million in cryptocurrency mining endeavors this far in August 2023. Some Islamic scholars are in debate on what the Sharia laws says about crypto investments. Islamic financial principles, as defined by Sharia law, guide financial instruments' permissibility, whether they're halal or prohibition if they're haram. While theological discussions persist, data reveals that Muslim nations have prominently embraced crypto, especially the Middle East and Northern Africa. So yeah, that's a debate they're going to have to deal with. How do you deal with debt and loans is going to be an interesting part of that. CEHV founder questions SBF's plea for more trial prep time. Adam Cochran, the founder of venture capital firm Cinnamon Ventures, or CHV, took to Twitter to criticize it. Ben Armstrong exits BitBoy Crypto amid internal strife and speculation. Ben Armstrong, the driving force behind BitBoy Crypto, has left the hit network BJ Investment Holdings and its associated brands. Armstrong mentioned an attempted revolution within his organization, led by TJ Shed and Justin Williams, but remains confident in his position. Crypto fraud investigator Zach XBT raised questions about Armstrong's ties to shady meme currencies. Interesting. Laos cuts electricity supply to crypto miners amid drought issues. Laos has cut off the power supply to crypto mining operators in the country, citing drought, discussing the effect of the move on the economy. State-owned electricity distribution company Électricité du Laos, EDL, it's in French, cited a range of factors for this decision, including the challenge of generating sufficient power due to ongoing drought conditions. Laos blames increased electricity demand. In a recent announcement, Électricité du Laos, so Electricity of Laos, point out that the first half of 2023 was marked by severe drought, resulting in heightened electricity demand due to increased temperatures. These conditions have led to a struggle to generate adequate power, particularly affecting hydropower plants. Notably, hydropower constitutes a significant portion of Laos's power generation, contributing up to 95% of the country's energy output. ADL expressed its commitment to supplying electricity locally, while also aiming to export substantial amounts of power to neighboring Thailand for the year 2024. By the year 2024. However, these ambitious goals could face obstacles as the situation worsens. An EDL representative speaking to the Laotian Times highlighted another reason behind the suspension of electricity supply to crypto mining projects: unpaid outstanding balances by these operations. Laos's foray into crypto mining was initiated with the approval of a public-private pilot program in September 2021. This program was designed to explore cryptocurrency mining and trading, capitalizing on China's crackdown on mining activities that prompted large-scale miners to seek alternative locations. The Laotian government granted permission to 6 companies to engage in mining operations within the country as part of this initiative. The investment of the, no, we're talking about Oman for a second. Let's see. In a parallel development. So those are other countries, but we'll see what happens with Laos in the future. Bitmain's upcoming ASIC miner sparks frenzy. Bitmain's latest update on its ASIC miner has sparked a lot of discussion in the Monero community. Community reaction and discussions on ASIC resistance. Bitmain teases new first-of-its-kind features. The Antminer X5 will start being sold on September 4th. While the exact price of the rig remains undisclosed, Bitmain has involved its social media followers in a speculative game. Followers are encouraged to estimate how much it's going to cost. Interesting. Binance Live closed down for a second. Okay. Community reaction and discussions on ASIC resistance. The Rabid Mining YouTube channel highlighted the impending arrival of XMR ASICs, which sparked discussion on platforms like Reddit. On the r/Monero subreddit, the video and related conversations have garnered significant attention. Some Reddit users speculate that these ASICs may have existed since December 2021, leading to playful references to the concept of hard fork go brr as a solution. South Korean crypto exchanges required to hold $2.3 million in reserves amid regulatory overhaul. South Korean cryptocurrency exchanges will be required to hold at least $2.3 million in reserves starting September as part of new guidelines aimed at consumer protection. The Financial Services Commission and the Bank of Korea have been granted authority to supervise crypto operators following the passage of 19 crypto-related bills in June. Last month, the Korea Financial Intelligence Unit intensified efforts to strengthen compliance among virtual asset service providers amid a surge in crypto-related crimes. So a lot of new rules to enforce. Balancer protocol suffers $900,000 loss in latest exploit. Ethereum-based Balancer protocol has suffered a loss of $900,000 in a vulnerability exploit. Immediate response and mitigating efforts. Balancer confirmed the vulnerability breach. Transfers amounted to $636,000. Wait, $636,812 and $257,527, respectively, which brought the total balance of the attacker's address to over $893,978. This incident followed closely after Balancer had initially disclosed a critical vulnerability affecting its boosted pools on August the 22nd. The protocol promptly urged users to withdraw their funds from liquidity providers and temporarily halted the affected pools to mitigate potential damage. Assets on various networks, including Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Avalanche, Gnosis, Phantom, and ZKEVM, were at risk due to this vulnerability. At the time of the vulnerability discovery, only a small fraction, 1.4% of Balancer's total assets were considered at risk, accounting for over $5 million worth of assets. By August 24th, approximately $2.8 million, or 0.42% of the total value locked in Balancer, remained exposed to potential exploits. To ensure the safety of their users' funds, Balancer took measures to label pools as mitigated or at risk. So people would know. That's a nice move for users. Venezuelan president calls for global de-dollarization amid BRICS summit. Do people have food in his country yet? Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro calls for the de-dollarization of the global economy during the BRICS summit, advocating for alternative financial systems that use multiple national currencies. Maduro highlights the impact of U.S. sanctions on Venezuela and other countries, stating that at least 28% of the global population is affected by such imperialist measures. Despite Venezuela's unsuccessful bid for BRICS membership, Maduro's push for financial alternatives could align with BRICS countries' own goals to reduce dollar dependence, potentially influencing future shifts in global financial systems. So let's see. Venezuela has faced economic sanctions that have caused significant harm to its state-owned oil company, PDVSA, and also prevented U.S. citizens from financing or acquiring Venezuela's cryptocurrency asset known as Petro. Maduro believes that such sanctions are unjust and have negatively impacted around 28% of the world's population across 30 different nations. That has nothing to do with the other nations. So, the parliament in Venezuela basically voted for him no longer to be president. Like, he's been impeached, and he just dissolved parliament and pretty much arrested them all. So, he shouldn't be giving lessons to anyone. That's fascinating. Maduro. If you want bad world leaders 101 that make their population have a hard time getting milk, butter, flour, just common basic necessities, look no further than Maduro. It just a horrible leader when it comes to economics. So when he's like, "Oh, we should de-dollarize," you're already de-dollarized and you're not doing well. Like, use a good example. Don't use Venezuela for this. Actually, when Chavez was president, I told my history teacher back in the day, I was in high school, that Venezuela was having issues with basic necessities, basic foodstuffs to keep people alive, and having electric outages and all this stuff. And he said something like, "Oh no, Venezuela's like a utopia. It's like the best country on earth," or something. I saw him again 5 to 10 years later, and he actually apologized for those comments. So just saying, it's something I know quite a bit about, sadly. But yeah, that's that. Let's go check out the current pricing on coins. I feel like this is the part most people actually wait for if they watch this long. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll see our videos come live and you'll get the latest crypto and economic news that way. Anything that may affect trading crypto. So let's get into the actual coin numbers right now. So let's do the top 5. So we got Bitcoin, $26,080.21, down, actually up 0.02% since yesterday. So it has barely moved. The fear and greed index is at 35 today. It's a bit better than 34 and a bit worse than 37. So as far as what we saw last week. not much worse, not much better. Ethereum down 0.29% in the last 24 hours to $1,647.09. Let's look at the last 7 days. Bitcoin's down 0.13%. Ethereum's down 1.67%. BNB is at $218.02 right now. 5 cents. It just moved while I was reading it. In the last 7 days, it went up 3.59%. So Monday to Monday. And in the last 24 hours, it went up 0.29%. XRP is at 51 cents 89. It's up it's down 1.69% in the last 7 days and down 1.64% in the last 24 hours. I have Cardano at 26 cents 26, down 1.85% in the last 7 days, down 0.13% in the last 24 hours. Dogecoin down, Dogecoin down 0.06% in the last 7 days, down 0.81% in the last day, and it's sitting at 6 cents 27. Solana is at $20.48, down 3.99% in the last 7 days, down 1.10% in the last day. Those are like the top ones right there. Let's see who the biggest winners in the last 7 days were. DYDX up 11.50% to $2.15. Ton from Toncoin up 11.45% to $1.49. Bone from Shiba Swap up 6.44% in the last 7 days, but down 4.88% in the last 24 hours. Is sitting at $1.27 right now. BNB went up 3.52%. So that's kind of the ones that did well in the last 7 days. Swede 2.72% up. TRX 3.19% up. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it there. Let's look at what's gone down in the last 7 days. Well, Pepe down 19.5% in the last 7 days, 1.74% in the last 24 hours. I can't even see how many zeros there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before you actually get a digit, and that digit is an 8. HBAR from Hedera is down 13.15%. Rune on Thorchain is down 12.87%. The Qcoin token is down 9.28%. Sorry, the Rune from Thorchain is at $1.45. HBAR from Hedera is at 5 cents 56. The Qcoin KCS is at $4.40, down 9.24% in the last 7 days. XDC Network is down 8.92% to 5 cents 15. ApeCoin's Ape is down 8.90% to $1.42. And then we have a whole bunch that are down 7, 6, 5, 4, 3%. And I can just keep scrolling before I get to anything with a 0 point something. So yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing here. I wonder if do we have CL Celsius? Let's take a look at that real quick because we have read an article about it. So we're talking about 12 cents 8 right now. About a year ago, it was $1.86. So that's a pretty drastic drop. It's been down most of this year though. So yeah, around 50 cents down to 10 cents. Okay. That's still a big difference percentage wise, but it's been over $1 before. That's why. Well, let's bring the show to a close for today. Remember to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications when we go live. I'll do crypto news again tomorrow live like this about the latest crypto news. Definitely feel free to jump in and join us then. Thanks for jumping in, and some of you definitely had some things to say that was interesting. Thank you for that. Have a great day. Have a great Monday, and see you guys Tuesday. Thanks.